Welcome to the Earthed Women Diaries. My name's Amy and I so appreciate you being here. This is a space where I share my thoughts, feelings and the lessons life is teaching me, as well as raw, meaningful conversations with others. It's not perfect, polished or planned. It's a part of the internet for softness, truth and community. For those who want to live a little deeper, a little more honestly. So let's dive in. I really wanted to come on and just share a topic that I feel is so big right now. And I'm aware that everyone has different views and insights into this particular topic. But specifically for me, I feel very passionate about this. And the phrase that I'm just going to use is, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. And I've seen moments, even on social media, where people have really been ridiculed for saying this, and people get really triggered and defensive. And I have to say that I really agree with that statement of we all have the same 24 hours in a day. Because everything that we do in life is a choice. Hands down, 1000%. Everything we do in life, we're choosing to do it. And just let that sit with you for a minute, because I know from how I used to be that if I was listening to this right now, the old version of me, there would be parts of me going, well, I have to go to work because I've got to pay my bills, or I have to go and do this because of this, or I have to go and do this because of this. That's not true. And the reason why I can confidently say that that's not true is because one of the biggest things that I used to speak about was, I have to go to work. I have to go to work. I have to work this amount of hours. I have to do this, have to do that because I need money, because I need to pay the bills, because I need to live. Until I got to the point that I was so sick and tired of the cyclical cycles in the workplace, and not even specifically with who I worked with, but being in the NHS, being in the hospital, everything that was happening, it had to push me that far to go, I am not going back to this place. And that was such a hard decision to make. I will go into all this properly in another time, but I had a miscarriage in 2020. And at the time I was working at the hospital when I got treated so horrifically, disgustingly awful, so awful. And once I'd gone through my recovery, and it was a very long recovery due to negligence on their part, but once I'd gone through my recovery, I was like, right, I need to go back to work now. I'm on minimal sick pay. I need to go back to work. And I remember Charlie saying something along the lines of, you're not going to go back to that place. And I was like, yes, I am. I have to. And I tried to go back and it was horrific. Numerous times I would just be crying. I had a lot of PTSD. There was so much going on in my body from the experience I had at the hospital. And it got to the point and it was like, no, no, like I can't be in this space anymore. I had gone through such a transformation in myself that I couldn't go to that space anymore. I could not be in that hospital. I couldn't be in any hospital for that matter. And to take that leap when I didn't have another job, we didn't have hardly any money coming in, Charlie and I. There was like little bits that was happening, but not for what I would earn really at the hospital. And that wasn't even a lot. But I took that risk and I am so grateful that I did, because it has showed me such a different way of life, such a different way of living. And there is so much out in that world to see, to experience, to do without being tied down by a job that I did love my job. I genuinely did love my job. I was on the neonatal unit and I loved looking after the babies. I love supporting the mums. Anyone who knows me knows how like caring and passionate about been in childcare for a very, very long time. So everyone knows that about me. Who knows me? And when I got the job, I was so happy. And it wasn't even specifically about the job that I couldn't be there anymore, but it was about what had happened in the world in 2020. I'd really opened my eyes to the system and just seeing what was happening in and out of the hospital. It like my soul couldn't be there anymore. It wasn't like the people there were making it difficult, which is what usually a lot of people don't like to be around their jobs because of the people. And mine wasn't necessarily because of that. I made some really, really good friends. One of my bestest friends now, my soul sister, Sarah, I met her through the hospital. And there's other people that I still have some connections with. So a lot of amazing things came from it. But taking that leap has completely changed my life. And it hasn't been easy. Let's just like put that straight. Not everything's been easy. But my life has completely changed in so many levels. And I don't think I could even articulate it to the levels that my life has changed. And because of the external factors that have changed internally, that has allowed me to grow and transform so deeply that if I was in the same space, experiencing the same things, listening to the same things around the same people that wasn't at this level, I wouldn't have been able to get to this level. It's just the law of life. There's no judgment, there's no right or wrong, but it is just what it is. And bringing me back to the topic of we all have the same 24 hours in the day, I'm just going to have a sip of my tea. For anyone who doesn't know me, I love my English breakfast tea with raw local honey, and this has got raw buffalo milk in it. So buffalo milk is something new that I've just recently tried, but I recommend it. And it's got loads of health benefits as well. Okay, so yeah, taking it back to my topic of we all have the same 24 hours in a day. The reason why this is coming up for me is because, for anyone who doesn't know, I coach women, and it's so interesting to see a lot of people have the idea that when you have kids, you lose the ability to do anything for yourself. And from experiences with women that I've supported, there is times when that does happen and life can be crazy, especially if, you know, you're a single mum and maybe the dad's not around. So I do witness that. I have witnessed that. But out of some people that I've coached, I've supported, I've asked questions to, I've just guided, I've exchanged messages to who maybe need a little bit of support, so many excuses happen for people having to work full time or can't do this or can't afford that and can't afford that. It's all excuses. It's all excuses. Because if you truly, truly, truly want something that much, you will find a way to do it. And there's certain women that I see in support who are non-stop, no time on their own at all in a whole 24-hour day. And they get more done than other people. Just had a little tickle in my throat there. You're seeing this live. Well, you're probably not seeing this live, but you're seeing this unedited. So, yeah, the women with kids, maybe on their own, not any time on their own, and they find time to do the things that they want to do because they know that just because you've got children, you still have the same 24 hours in a day. And you can make a choice of whether you're going to give yourself that time. You get to make that choice. Nobody else. You. And I know myself that there genuinely will be moments in life, I experience them. Today, I didn't go to the gym. I am due on my bleed and my energy has been very low, not in an emotional way or a sort of some anxiety or certain things that I can experience, but just in a, my body just wants to be here. My body just wants to be here and not move too much and just stretch, and a lot of speech coming out at the moment, hence me doing this video. A lot of sharing, a lot of communicating, a lot of throat chakra work. And I could sit there and say, I just haven't got time to go to the gym. I've got so much to do at the moment, because I have got quite a lot to do at the moment. But I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I'm choosing to not go to the gym today because I have the power. I have the choice. If I really wanted to go, I could make the time to go. I could move through how I'm feeling and just go because I could. But I'm choosing not to. So it's very, very important that you do honor what your body's feeling, 100%. But it gets to that point where you're like, how many times can I make excuses? For example, for me, with going to the gym. If every single month when I'm in my luteal phase, I said, I'm not going to the gym because I'm tired, oh, I'm due on my bleed. The luteal phase lasts for quite a while, almost half of your cycle, your full 28-day cycle, almost half of it. Imagine how many hours a month that is. Imagine how many days a year that is, that you're not going to be moving towards that thing that you want. For me, it's my body. I want to improve my body. I want to feel strong. I want to feel sexy. I want to feel amazing. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm affirming that I'm getting there. But it's still a work in progress. And I'm speaking that and I'm making that choice because I'm not going to allow anything else that's happening in my life, whether that's externally or whether that's internally. I'm not going to allow that to take power over my life. I can't. It's very, very dangerous, very dangerous. And when you can look yourself in the eye and know that you're speaking authentically and know that we do all have the same 24 hours in a day, no matter what our life looks like. And we can choose to prioritize those things that are non-negotiables for us. I have non-negotiables that every single day I will do certain things no matter how I'm feeling. And it's almost like a tier chart. Like, these are my non-negotiables. They happen, they are getting done. It doesn't matter what's happening. And then there's like the next level, which is like, I would like to get these done. But if I don't, it's okay. And then there's like, well, these are things that could be good to get done, but I'm not really too fussed about doing them. And having that structure in my life and that understanding of, for me, the things that are a priority, for me, the things that are going to make me feel my best, what are they? and holding myself accountable and ensuring that I meet those non-negotiables regardless. And it's really, really easy to look and judge and project what other people's days look like, or the opportunities that other people have, or the abilities that they have, or the location that they have, or the finances that they have, or the relationships they have. There's so many different ways that you can look at other people's life and judge it. That's not positive or negative, but judge it, make a comment about it, have a thought about it. But when you can truly understand that, okay, I'm feeling something, I'm having this thought, but I know that I do have the same 24 hours as that person. I have the same 24 hours. And what are my non-negotiables? That every day I'm going to show up to these certain things to make sure that I am moving towards that goal, towards that place that I want to be. What are they? What are they? If you're listening to this, maybe go write it down. Bullet points. You can pause this, but go and write a couple of things down that are your non-negotiables. And what really helps is sinking into envisioning where you want to be. Who do you want to be? What attributes do you want to carry and show and portray? And when you're really clear on that, it can allow you to structure your 24 hours with your non-negotiables so that you are striving towards that place. Because life is not waiting for anyone. Doesn't matter what you're experiencing. Doesn't matter what you're going through. Life does not care. Life does not stop. And so you have a choice. I have a choice. We all have a choice to play the victim of my life's so hard. I work so many hours. I don't get time away from the kids. I don't have any finances. I, live in a rubbish area. Oh, my house is this and oh, this is this. Or you can use that pain and that frustration and that upset or anything else that you might be feeling and direct it into where you want to be. How exciting is that? Your body, your mind does not know the difference when you are really speaking or thinking positive things. That's why affirmations are so powerful. Because if you're speaking something that's filled with so much positive, high, vibrational energy, your body's going to feel good. You can completely change your state, completely, by very, very simple things. And when you take yourself in a place to know that I am structuring my 24 hours, because we all have the same 24 hours, and we can all make a choice of what we're going to do with those 24 hours. What is going to be most productive for you? What's going to be most fulfilling for you? What's that going to be? We really don't know how long we are in this body having this experience as Amy. None of us know. It's not in our control. It's not in our control at all. So experience it for how you really want to experience it. Lean into it. The world is so big and at the same time so small. There are so many wonderful souls on this earth. You don't have to be stagnant in the same place, in the same house, in the same country. You don't have to be at the same job. You don't have to be listening to the same things. You don't have to be filling your body with the same poisons and toxins and low vibrational foods. You have a choice to change. At any point, at any moment in your life, it's never too late. There really is no limit on where you can go, where you can get to. There's no limit. That's so exciting. There's no limit. Just feel that in your body. I never used to believe that. I didn't feel it. No matter how much I spoke it, I didn't feel it. But now I feel it. That's not to say that I won't get frustrated, I won't get upset, I won't get irritable, I won't get any of these things about maybe something that I'm experiencing in life or something I wish I could have or something like that. That's not to say that at all. I'm human, and it's very, very important to honor and respect what comes up inside. That is what it is. But I'm also going to live in this place of knowing you're here for you. God has got you. And if you take anything from this video, I've always found this needing a lot of practice. But after so much pain throughout life, as most of us do experience, heartbreaking, difficult situations, I know that everything will be okay. And everything will go exactly how it's supposed to go. And do you know how incredible that feels? To be able to actually speak that now and feel it at the same time. I've worked so hard on my daily routine, and that's not to say that it looks the same every day, but that is to say that I know the things that I will be achieving every single day, no matter where I am in my cycle, no matter how I'm feeling, no matter what's going on. I will achieve them 1,000,000%. Even in my lowest and most challenging days, since I've implemented this, I have done them every single day without fail. No matter the state I'm in, I have done them. And it's not loads of stuff, it's just my very essential non-negotiables. And it has supported me physically, mentally, spiritually, a lot. A lot. And carry that round with you. Carry the knowing round. Even if you have to speak it, many times I did in the mirror, post-it notes round, just for me to actually reprogram my mind. And it's not to say it's done. I'm still working on it in many areas. But I tell you, it's been incredible. It's been really incredible. Thank you for listening. I appreciate anyone who takes the time to go through these videos or audio, however you're listening to it. I'm really, really grateful, and I love to connect. I love to hear people's experiences. I love to share space. So if you are watching this on a video, please leave a comment, give me a response, give me any feedback, share your thoughts, share your experiences. This is a platform for community, for connection, for sharing, for growing, for nurturing, for loving. You can share something as small as an emoji. You can share something as big as 20 paragraphs. Whatever you feel called to.